Because I think some people might just think you're born with Tourette's.
Yeah.
Tourette's started straight away. And just for both of you guys, like when you started noticing it being part of your life.
I haven't heard your story actually from your point of view. I've just read a little bit of it, so I'd be curious
Well,
too.
take a seat, little girl. I'll tell you. No, sit down again. It does make me nervous. And even Lucy made a point to me. She goes, "I'd actually understand a little bit more if it was an adult." But he's a 13-year-old boy.
He's a young lad, yeah.
Like with his parents there with a disability lanyard, again, just making that double clear. They covered all bases, and he still wasn't allowed on that flight. I was in the pub the other day, and there was quite a few women with low cut tops on. You go, girl, you get them out. But
Fuck off.
I was obviously not looking because I'm not a bastard, but we all have eyes. And I, out of nowhere, I've gone.
Correct.
I was just sitting down, minding my own business, drinking my pint, trying to watch the football, but at the top of my lungs, I went, I came here for a tit wank. Welcome back to Cutting Close with me, Josh Hughes, aka the Tourette's Barber.
And me, Caolan, the special Irish fella. This is Cutting Close, where we have real conversations, interesting guests.
And we take nothing too seriously, and every conversation hits a little fucking close.
Right, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Yo! And if you want to support us on this pod, please like and subscribe wherever you're watching this. It fucking goes a long way for us, and we're already trying. God loves a trier. Okay.
Bitches.
So we've got a great show on today, and it is our pleasure to introduce our wonderful guest this week. And as it's Tourette's Awareness Month, we couldn't get lucky with the guest we've got. Our guest today is one of the biggest online advocates for Tourette's worldwide. I'm going to gas you up. An all-round good... Fuck! She's got me going. An all-round good person. Not only is she known for having Tourette's online, but she's also in one of the top 10 most followed people on TikTok, which is fucking incredible. So to welcome on Evie Meg, aka Trippy Hippie. Here she is. Fucking bitch. Oh, don't. Thanks for coming on, my sweet. I know you've taken the time to come down.
I mean, we've been wanting to do it for a while, so...
Yeah, we've been in talks about this, but we only managed to sort it out literally like a week ago, didn't we? Not even.
I think it was like 2...
It was about 3 days ago.
4 days ago, yeah.
It just ended up happening. But so Evie and I have met before, and just for the listeners and the watchers, obviously we've both got Tourette, so it is going to be probably a little bit loud today, but you know what? Fucking shut up and listen. Yeah, so Evie and I met properly for the first time. Was it this year?
Kind of briefly. It was the end of last year.
End of last year. At the I Swear premiere.
Yeah, it was September, October.
Was it that long ago already?
It's been a while ago since you
I forgot it was that long ago.
And even then was quite brief. But
was
we've been
brief.
mutuals for a while now.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of online activity. That sounds wrong. But yeah, no, so we've known each other for a while. And obviously, anyone in the Tourette's community, fuck you and your mum, knows you. Right, and a bit like myself, where you kind of put yourself out of line, but you've obviously. How long have you actually been doing it now?
Well, I got TikTok 10 years ago now.
Jesus.
But it was Musically back then. Fuck you.
Of course.
That was the same thing.
It was Musically.
Yeah,
I did actually know that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then China bought it. China, and
made in
and named it TikTok.
And then they switched
but
over.
it was Musically, yeah. So it's the same app. They just gave it a different name. Cunt chicken.
Fair enough. What was the reason you started initially? Was it to spread awareness for Tourette's, or was it just because you wanted to start something that went from there?
No, I was actually doing sign language videos. So I got it and I downloaded it when I was at college, and I was having a really bad time at college, and I was like really shy and self-conscious. And so I got this new social media, and I was like, this is great. Like, nobody really follows me. It's very like quiet. I don't really know anyone. I can just do my own thing. And I was doing sign language, so I was just like practicing it there, and then didn't mention anything about tics, none of my health issues, till like a couple of years in, I think.
Okay,
chicken.
And then when did you notice it started blowing up? Because obviously you and Josh both probably spread most of the awareness for Tourette's in the UK now, probably. In different ways, but yeah.
Blow our own trumpets, maybe, but there's there's so many people out there doing it. I feel bad for some people because I think they really want it to blow up, and I'm not saying that everyone is going to. It doesn't necessarily mean that at all.
But when you did it at the start, you were doing it to almost get people out there just to see how help you deal with it.
Well, for me, when it came to like putting myself out there, we used that account actually as a shop account, right, for H and Co.
Oh, yeah.
And then I posted a couple of haircut videos. I think the first two did really well. Like, fuck you and your mum. Couple of 100,000 views, but then we posted one with Little Harry and it just went mental.
Yeah.
But that was all off the back of Lucy saying to me, Josh, why don't you show how you work when your Tourette's is bad?
Yeah.
And it just went from there. But
was that similar with you? Like, was there one specific video that sent it mental online then?
There was one in 2018, and kind of on topic for you, I don't know if you've addressed this on here or not, your legs. Have you? Do you
I
so
have,
much?
yeah. I mean, obviously on my socials I have, but
yeah. So in 2018, when my legs weren't working, I posted a video of me like kind of getting my legs back and walking across the kitchen,
lazy
and that
bitch.
was like, yeah, that was like my first. That was like my first viral video in 2018. Was me just kind of hobbling along the kitchen.
It's weird to think about it though. It's obviously like it's amazing that you put yourself out there, but then isn't it a bit mad when people do become fascinated with something that actually is really hard to put yourself out there for, but then people appreciate and respect the sharing of your story, right?
Well, people find like things that are different or a bit kind of odd, I guess you would say. They find it really interesting. They probably don't want to admit it, but like I think it's the reason that like I'm pretty sure there was at one point where like the hashtag Tourette's on TikTok had like over 1 billion views, and I think it's because people were just so like fascinated in something that was really like unusual and different.
I think you're 100% right. I think there is that kind of fascination, especially with the uncontrollable side and the swearing. Fuck! Which is definitely like, and again, I think most of the people think that is Tourette's. The stereotype is that you must swear and you can't control yourself.
Yeah.
But that's just the...
And people finding it really like hilarious as well.
Exactly. And I don't mind it personally. I don't know about you. I don't mind when people find it funny because I'd rather them find it funny and acknowledge it rather than act like it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand when people try and act like it hasn't been said.
No, I prefer to be around people who have a sense of humor rather than like me saying stuff that I'm like myself giggling at and then they're sat there like really kind of straight faced. I find that really awkward.
Yeah.
The only thing that does bother me is like there was a TikTok that went out a few months ago and it was these two girls and it looked like they were on like a podcast like this. And one of them said, what did she say? What's the most desirable condition? Did you see this?
If you could have a neurological condition, what would you have? And she went, Tourette's.
Tourette's. And then she did an impression of a tick.
No, that's piss take, personally. I mean, you could talk about Tourette's if you're talking about it with some sort of respect. But I saw that video and I've seen it. Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Oh. Little Red Riding Hood. Loved her tits.
Yeah, man.
What was the question?
You were talking about how the girls on the podcast were impersonating.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was weird.
You were talking.
I was talking, so I went back to you. It was your conversation. Yeah, it was weird because...
Lesbians.
But you also struggled with that with your comments. You got that quite a lot with a lot of girls commenting things like, I wish my boyfriend had Tourette's. Not...
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that because I actually don't get a lot of hate online, but it is that sort of maybe misunderstood questions where they're like,
that's
wish my boyfriend had Tourette's.
If there's like one thing for like you two both, for people out there who don't know much about Tourette's, what do you think it'd make easier for people to deal with and maybe not come across offensive? Like, what would you want people to know?
I'll let you go first if you want. Ladies first.
I guess there's like loads of it, I suppose. Like, I think people think of it as like the really funny condition, which obviously it can be. Like, we're very good at having a laugh with it, I think, and like if
you don't laugh, you cry.
I'm happy to have a laugh about it, but then I think people don't think about like, for example, the uncomfortable feeling in your body, whatever the tick may be. Like even sat here, I can like feel it in my legs, my stomach, my eyebrows. Like I can feel it a lot of the time, and I think people probably don't think about that side of things of like literally feeling okay, I have to move, otherwise it feels like, I don't know, for example, if I have a tick that feels like it's going to be in my arm, it feels like I have to move it, otherwise it's like I'm going to just drop off or something.
I know, yeah. I don't know if I have the same sort of build up like you do from what you're saying, so I don't like, again, I'm not maybe as physical as yourself, those ticks, but I did when I was younger. And when I'm thinking about when I was younger, did I feel like I kind of got the urge of what was coming? I don't think so. Like, and I've never been able to suppress either.
Yeah.
So with suppression, I find it a little bit weird. But going back to your question, if we could say anything, I reckon there's a couple of points. I reckon it's a mixture of, it's all fun and games, like we just kind of said, but I've got to go home with this. Once I leave you, you don't have to think about it. Yeah. But it's constantly of us. And my brain is like a fucking bouncy ball when my Tourette's is really bad. It's just constant. Yes. But then also, this is something that I think, especially after a few situations that have happened with the BAFTAs and even more recently with a few other things, I
nice feet.
think people don't realise that we are not actively thinking about what's just come out of our mouths. We're not thinking, I'm not sitting there thinking, don't say it, don't say it. It's not like that. It's a case of literally, I hear it like you would hear it coming out of. Like,
I didn't know that actually was a thing until I met you. Because I remember there's sometimes you'd almost hear what you said after you said it.
Yeah, and I'd even have to ask sometimes. So what did I say? Because I've not paid attention.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Hello.
Even again, like when they're just doing that, like, sorry, what was I just talking about? Because it's just so distracting.
Yeah, you're almost losing your train of thought in the process.
And even so, I picked Evie and my mum up to come here today from around the corner, and even Evie said, like, "Oh, so how'd you get on driving?" I was like, "It is really hard to have a conversation, remember where you're driving, as well as driving, and remember what you're doing, and with tics as well. So it's not like I can't handle it. I definitely can." But it is fucking hard work at times to be multitasking when your brain is basically trying to fucking throw you off course all the time. And I don't mean in the car, disclaimer, I don't mean throw me off the road. I mean
I felt
in
safe.
my brain. Yeah,
I felt safe in the car.
I do get often comments about my driving.
Josh is a psychotic driver.
I didn't notice that.
That is absolutely not true, Evie.
I did not know.
Wayland drives, he's used to driving tractors on Irish roads. Fucking.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, snail pace 24/7. Josh is the opposite.
He's basically a white hillbilly.
It is interesting though seeing like different cases of Tourette's, because some people can't drive because of their Tourette's, and some people can drive and they don't tic when they drive, like at all. Whereas obviously you still tic when you drive, but it's not something that you're like.
See, one of my ones that used to be worse was actually every time I saw a big lorry, I used to put my hand and go pew 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 at all the big lorry drivers whilst driving.
Yeah.
Something. Do you know what though? I don't. Fuck the DVLA. As long as I know I'm safe and I'm being safe, but if I know I can't drive when I shouldn't, I won't do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like reckless. If I really can't, say, control my hands or I feel a bit all over the shop, I wouldn't drive that day.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't think I could drive with my Tourette's.
No, not fair. Again, I think it's the physicality, right, for you.
Yeah, so I do have motor tics. So the reason why I couldn't like learn to drive in the beginning was because I started having seizures when I was 16. Obviously, you learn when you're 17. So I've never been able to even have a lesson. But then my best friend has this like driving simulator on his cunt on his PC, and he's got like the wheel, the pedals, everything.
Police constable.
So I absolutely love it when I go to his house and we try it. But when I was trying it, I'd be like driving, and then I'd like get stuck doing this, or my eyes would close, and I'm just like, well, now I've got to like pause the game. But if my head, I sometimes have motor tics where I'm just doing this, and that could last like a good 20 seconds. And obviously, if I'm driving, like,
yeah, that's no joke.
No, it's not.
No, I get that, and it is a shame because you must feel like it holds you back, but unfortunately, it is what it is, isn't it? It's a safety thing at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll just be passenger princess for as long as I need to be. Cut chicken.
Yeah, buses are lovely this time of year.
So I was going to say with Tourette's as well, because I don't even think you've talked about where your Tourette's started and how it happened originally. And obviously because it's Tourette's awareness, it might be good for people to know.
The kids.
Because I think some people might just think you're born with Tourette's. Yeah. Tourette's started straight away. And just for both of you guys, like when you started noticing it being part of your life.
I haven't heard your story actually from your point of view. I've just read a little bit of it, so I'd be curious too.
Take a seat, little girl. I'll tell you. No, it does. Sit down again. Sorry. Right. Let's all calm down. We've all had a drink. So for me, it was a case of. It sounds really dramatic. I was 14 and a half. I was on a school ski trip in Italy.
I died.
And it was the second to last day of this ski trip, and I'd fallen over. Not a big thing. I didn't register it as a big accident or anything.
Yeah.
But come the next day, our last day of skiing, we were on a ski lift, and it was a fairly long one that was like 4 or 5 minutes coming up. And I started basically out of nowhere convulsing from a pain that I was feeling in my back.
Did you hit your head?
So that's what I couldn't tell you 100% if I hit my head the day before, but I must have done something. So they reckon that it could have been a spinal cord injury that triggered something in the back of my brain. But I always seem to think that I knew. I think I always had it, but it wasn't triggered until that point. But they can't tell me that for sure. But that's what I personally deep down believe.
I've heard of that before, where it's just kind of lying dormant and then something triggers it.
But then I've also had moments throughout my life where my tics have lie dormant for a long time.
Well, yeah,
when I was about
and waning.
18.
Fuck!
Yeah, waxing and waning, right?
Fuck!
But when I was up 19, my tics went really quiet for not like a whole year of silence, but I borderline almost forgot I had Tourette's. And then it came, I think, can't remember how, maybe around 20, it came back again. And then when I started my barbering career at like 21,
Snip, snip.
it kind of was a bit quieter.
Yeah, when I
again.
first met you, you didn't tick much at all, to be fair, at the time.
Yeah.
It was later on again then.
But
yeah.
it really has waxed away for me, where I've met people that didn't even realise. And I didn't
Yeah.
actually at the time have to tell them because it wasn't a big issue, but then it became bad again.
Big issue.
Fuck. Read all about it.
Yeah, and then for you, when did you kind of start?
I didn't have anything dramatic like that. It was
Yeah.
just like super slow onset with like started with maybe 1 or 2 ticks, and then I was kind of about the same age as you actually.
teenager.
So yeah, and I think you hear about how some people can start showing signs of tics when they're like 3 or 4, and we weren't one of those people.
No.
So I was in school, and they do say that like Tourette's can become like prominent around puberty. Hello.
Yeah.
And I do think that plays
Well, it's the
a
brain
role in it.
chemistry, isn't it? I think there is something to there is
Yeah.
something with that, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was at school, and my first one, well, what I think was my first one just sounded like a hiccup, but I had it like a lot, like so many times a day. And then kind of like what I'm doing now with my legs, I remember them just jumping under the desk.
Not showing off.
Not obviously as much as I'm doing now. But it would just be like not even like once a day, it was just every now and then. And then
anal beads on. Sorry, it's the beads on your wrist. They caught my eye, and then that was one of them. Oh god. Sorry, I stopped you mid-flow there.
Yeah, I was like, oh. And then when I was 16 and I was at college, they got worse again, and it was like clapping and more motor tics. And then when I was 18, they got worse again. And then when I was 20, they got worse again. So it was kind of just like
slow progression.
Very, very slow. Yeah. Hey.
And do you ever have times when it levels out, or is it kind of constant?
No, I have much better periods, especially if I'm like cunt chicken. I'm trying to think. There's like certain things where I just don't tick at all, and I'm sure you're the same. Like if I'm on the sofa with pillows and blankets, they can just disappear.
I've seen you post those videos. You look so cozy when you get yourself all snuggled up. But I think it is putting yourself in those positions where you know it's going to help.
Yeah.
But again, I'm probably similar. That it's probably the best place to be is on the sofa.
Well, yours is cutting hair a lot of the time.
Yeah, when I'm cutting hair, it's actually, I think it's the distraction as well. And I think we spoke about this before we came on, that you do a lot of painting and stuff like that as well. Getting creative can also be really good for it, right?
Yeah, so I'm an artist, and like people say to me, oh, like, how are you an artist with Tourette's? Don't you just like scribble on it or rip it up or paint all over it? And I'm like, no, I don't think I've ever done that
This
once.
is that kind of stigma though of not fully understanding it though, because the brain is such a weird and complicated place to be.
Yeah.
That actually sometimes it kind of works in your favour where, yeah, if you hone in on something, fuck off, you can get it done.
Yep.
There's also something else I wanted to say before we carry on talking is obviously I think Evie and I are actually bouncing off each other quite a lot with our tics, so it just, because I want to make clear that I might not be as ticky as normal, but again, because when you meet someone with Tourette's, I don't know if you found this, it gets worse because you're with someone else.
I mean, yeah, the I Swear premiere was like chaos. Hey! We sounded like a room full of birds.
It was like a fucking domino effect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But that was so such an unbelievable feeling. I don't know if you felt the same, that everyone with Tourette's got together. And it was fucking noisy trying to watch a film. But it was just, but everyone knew that everyone was fine. Everyone's in a comfortable setting with people that understand. And there was something really beautiful about that.
Yeah. No, I loved it so much, especially because cinemas are such a difficult place for people with Tourette's anyway. Like all of us going there knowing that it would, that it like would have been a safe space. I think there's like something really special about that.
100%, and celebrating the film I Swear in general is just just mad. Like what have you found the response in your point of view after the film coming out?
What, like the public's response?
Yeah, public or people or friends. Whatever.
I mean, everyone that I spoke to that has seen it has had such high praise for it. My grandparents went to see it, which I was worried about because of the language in it, and
fuck them and their mums.
And when I'm around my grandparents, my grandma and granddad, I don't tick very much, and I don't really know why that is. They see a lot of motor tics and stuff, but I don't think they've heard the full extent of my coprolalia, which is the swearing tics. Cunt chicken.
Cunt.
And
you are what you eat.
I was really worried about them seeing it. But when we picked them up from the cinema afterwards, they got in the car and I was like, what did you think? and my grandma pointed at my granddad and went, "He cried the whole film."
Oh.
And like it hit them really, really hard. They loved it. Chicken. But it is quite a hard hitting film as well, definitely.
I think Tourette's or no Tourette's, it's an incredible film.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's just, I think that's the whole point of it, right? I mean,
it's an amazing film, yeah.
I was going to say, have you
I
seen
loved it,
yeah.
Well, my mum texted straight away saying, like, she just sat there and cried for the entire film. Do you know what I mean? It was, even I was the same. I'm sitting there tearing up. And obviously you see, because it must be so difficult. Obviously now it's still difficult to live with Tourette's, I'd imagine. But going back to that place where nobody knew what it was and people were viewing people with Tourette's completely differently. And hopefully, because like you guys, what you do with your social media, hopefully 20 years' time would be the next step.
Yeah.
And hopefully the more awareness you spread, it'll kind of be the same thing where it's just...
I hope so. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same, but I
Lesbians.
really do hope so. But I think, unfortunately, the job is never done.
Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it?
That brings us nicely onto another thing we wanted to bring up. For some of you that don't know, you might not have seen the story. I have posted it on my socials.
Oh,
It's
no.
been quite a big thing about this young lad with Tourette's who, him and his family got... he wasn't allowed on a British Airways flight.
Yeah.
Because he's got Tourette's. And
Hot
they would
chicken.
the BA have said it wasn't because of his condition, but it was the threat to other passengers and staff. And I just think that's fucking bollocks.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
Basically,
sense.
they told the airline, they told the airport prior to come in,
Delay.
he was wearing his disability lanyard the whole time. And yes, unfortunately, I don't know if you've had a similar sort of situation. In an airport, there is obviously sensitive words you shouldn't say, and unfortunately, that is the kind of shit that will come out. It's just the type
How
of
Tourette's works, yeah.
unfortunately. Like, I am so anxious and stressed at an airport that that anxiety can sometimes just make it all worse. But this poor little lad
Lesbians.
was going away with his mum and dad, his little sister, and him, and he's 13.
Yeah.
And they let him get all the way to the gate before they said no. Unfortunately, they had a representative from BA tell them that they weren't allowed on the flight. They offered them a refund. They have declined the refund. I don't know what the situation should be after. I'm actually quite fortunate. I'm meeting this young lad Mason tomorrow.
Nice.
Nice.
So I've been making a little video about it and hopefully talking to him, make sure he's all right, as well as pushing the issue. But what's your thoughts on that, Evie, with that situation?
I mean, yeah, the way that they... Fuck. I did feel bad because they said that they'd told the airline in advance because this is like exactly what they were trying to avoid. And I feel like that made me feel quite sad because it's obviously something that they were worried about and were trying really hard to avoid. And like, hey, it happened anyway. Fuck.
I think all they needed to do was once they got on the flight,
Bitch.
which I've been on planes. I don't know when the last time you took a
Yeah.
flight, but like, you know, fuck you. We do have to let people know because I do understand from everyone else's point. Fuck you, and your mum. From everyone else's point of view, that it is a bit weird if you're hearing someone screaming and shouting on the flight. Some people might be nervous, and it is a plane, and you know, there's obviously stuff around it. But like Evie said, if they've already pre-warned them, all they needed to do was when they get on the flight, was on the tannoy, just say to everyone, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you all know that we have a passenger on board who's a young teenager with Tourette's, and if he does shout things out, then." That's all they needed to say. And the other thing that I want to say is, what the fucking difference is it between... What's the difference between someone having a peanut allergy and having to make sure no other passenger has penis? Make sure no one else has peanuts on the flight. What's the difference between doing an announcement to say this is there's a guy with Tourette's on this flight? I've got to travel. We're going away for my stag do in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I'm shitting it because I feel like if this is... I mean, I'd be surprised if anyone touches that sort of subject again with Tourette's.
Wank.
But it does make me nervous. And even Lucy made a point to me. She goes, I'd actually understand a little bit more if it was an adult. But he's a 13-year-old boy.
He's a young lad, yeah.
Like, with his parents there with a disability lanyard, again, just making that double clear. They covered all bases. And he still wasn't allowed on that flight.
So is that a common thing for people who don't know? So with Tourette's, when you are traveling, do you always make it aware to the airlines or like, say, trains or anything? Or do you kind of just go about your life day to day and just... Because obviously, Pete, you're spreading awareness about it, but a lot of people still don't know.
Bitch.
So do you make it aware to people before you go traveling?
Oh.
Go on, go for it. I'm talking too much.
I mean, I don't think we've ever told them in advance. I usually have a lanyard on just so that it's like clear as day. I mean, someone's twitching away. It's pretty obvious anyway, I think, personally.
You think so?
But I don't think we've ever told them in advance just because for me, I'm quite an anxious flyer. And I know that a lot of people, when they're stressed and they have Tourette's, their tics get worse. But if I'm like really anxious about something, I don't tic very much. So usually in an airport, I'm not as ticky as I am now because I'm worried about flying, if that makes
You've
sense.
enough going through your
It's
head.
almost
anyway.
like distraction with anxiety of it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I'm not usually as ticky as this when I fly. But like if I was to get really ticky, I would probably ask them to do an announcement. But going back to Mason, I feel like they were saying that there was a threat. This 13-year-old boy, hello, just because of what he'd been saying. But like he'd gone through security, so he'd been checked. They know that he didn't have anything.
Such a valid point.
So if they let him on the plane, my mum made this point the other day, they could have done the announcement and said he has Tourette's. There's no like meaning to his words. He's been security checked. He doesn't have anything. He's just a boy with Tourette's.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even have to be said. But I agree that they could have double covered themselves.
Yeah.
And again, I saw the video of the representative from BA.
Yeah,
she seemed to be very calm and delivered, you know, because I saw a bit of a mix of views in the comment section of that video, because some people were like, oh, it's not her fault. I'm not saying it's that individual's fucking fault. It's obviously a higher up situation that have made it trickle down. But unfortunately, she was the face of basically the person telling them that they can't get on.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I don't know if she was higher up, because in the video, I'm sure Mason's dad was saying, like, is there someone else I can speak to? And she was saying that, like, she was
the most senior person.
Hey. So, I mean, I think that's right anyway. But
well, it'll be interesting, like I said, hopefully the video, this podcast will come out similar sort of time to maybe when I release the video of Mason as well on my socials. So we'll see.
Spread a bit more about it then, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the thing, like, I'm not even trying to jump on the clout of it. I just actually, I want to make sure Mason's all right. Juice. Because I want to remind him that actually this is fine.
Hey.
I looked at, yeah. Oh, that looks dehydrated.
Fuck off, mum.
And your mum.
Beat.
But I also want to check in on Mason, make sure Mason's all right, as well as talk about the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking out for it.
Big tits out. Sorry.
Hot chicken. That's actually one of my tics. I say that all the time. All the time. Fuck off.
Right. So you know the phrase, this is what I said at the football the other day. This is quite a funny tic, and I've got to say it. You know, in the film Legend with Tom Hardy, he goes, I came here for a shootout. It's in the pub the other day, and there was quite a few women with low-cut tops on. You go, girl, you get them out. But
fuck off.
I was obviously not looking because I'm not a bastard, but we all have eyes. And I, out of nowhere, I've gone.
Correct.
I was just sitting down, minding my own business, drinking my pint, trying to watch the football. But at the top of my lungs, I went, I came here for a tit wank. And everyone heard it. And all my boys were obviously screaming. The table next to us found it fucking hilarious. But again, this maybe brings me on to a point that, again, with Tourette's, that I think people wouldn't understand. Hello. I actually did a brief video about it the other day. But it's the embarrassment and the shame of what comes out of your mouth sometimes.
Bitch!
Like, I've got quite dark humour. I like pushing it to the line, as you well know, Queen.
I do, yeah.
But there is some things like that in that setting. Like, I didn't want to say, I came here for a tit wank. I really don't want to say that in public at 31 years of age. But that is something that I think people don't understand. That I don't mind being the centre of attention, but when it's not even my own doing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to be in the background a bit more.
I know. I feel like my Tourette's doesn't really suit what I look like, because like I've got loads of tics talking about dicks, and like I'm this woman all dressed in purple, and you know I try and make myself look quite nice, and then I can like. Thank you. And then I could like say to my brother, get your dick out. Yeah. And like it doesn't fit. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's a really good genre on Pornhub.
It's it's awful.
Like, I do get what you mean though about like I basically what you're saying is you're not saying that you're innocent, but you're what you portray is you're a young person who is not trying to talk about dicks.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm also trying not to talk about dicks.
That's all you talk about.
It is, and I just have to work with dicks.
High five me, man, boobs.
You said man boobs so quietly that it hurt.
I've had that one about 5 years, probably 6 years actually.
About 7.
It's from Miranda. Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I love
I've got so many tics from that show. It's not even funny. Cunt chicken.
Also, sorry, should we get back on track?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
No,
I forgot what we went to there now.
Just talking about dicks and tits.
I did have something which it's a great topic to stay on, to be fair. But there was actually my sister-in-law pointed it out.
Don't care.
Which I didn't. Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. Fuck.
I know Evie.
Which I actually think is quite.
Is it actually?
Not Evie,
was
no,
it?
sorry.
Not my-
Readers.
Reader's side.
Yes,
Sorry,
Reader.
no.
It's my brother's
Sorry,
missus.
no.
Which, because she's actually been following you for years. She said to say hello as well,
Really?
yeah. She's
Oh,
actually very
hi.
excited about this. But she,
Oh.
she was, and she's actually
Fuck
asked a
you.
question, because she was saying the power of social media, because when you so you trying to get diagnosis, and then there was a girl on TikTok who commented, and I was looking into it last night, and that's quite fascinating. And obviously for people who don't know, maybe just to explain that situation.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bit awkward because you've got my old diagnosis, which turned out to be wrong for me. Hey, fuck off.
So what?
Josh might not
I don't know about this.
Josh might not even know about this, to be fair, yeah.
You do, I'm sure you do.
Wrong diagnosis. What do you mean?
Yeah, I was diagnosed with FND in 2019 and it
Yeah.
turned out to be wrong.
Oh, sorry, right. Sorry, I missed. Oh, right,
with
I
me?
understand. I thought you meant Tourette's, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they're right.
Yeah, no, that one's right.
Right.
Fuck off. Yeah, I was diagnosed with FND in 2019, and then and then in 2021, this girl in America was like,
Suck
Evie, you
it.
really need to look into this, cunt chicken. And she was spamming me all the time. And eventually I messaged her and I was kind of rude. I was like, what do you want? Fuck.
Yeah.
Because she had been bugging me for so long. And I
Bitch.
didn't really understand what she was saying, because once you have a diagnosis and you've had it for a while, you like settle with it. Cunt chicken. And yeah, she was basically exactly right. So it turned out to be like encephalitis, inflammation of the brain, and Lyme disease as well. Fuck the kids. Which neither were things we'd ever considered, but it is a pretty cool story.
It's so crazy that she's found.
So sorry, just to be clear, so she's reached out and she's told you that you might have been misdiagnosed because of her own experience.
Yeah.
No way. I didn't realise it was quite like that.
Yeah, it was weird things as well. She was like watching my videos and sending me screenshots of my pupils where my pupils were dilated, and was like, this is a sign of it, this is a sign of it. And I was like, oh my god, like she was kind of low-key stalking me. But like we're really good friends now.
When there's over
that's crazy.
how many followers have you got on TikTok and other platforms as well?
At the moment on TikTok there's 15.3 million.
Isn't that mental?
Hello fuckers.
It's like 5 times the size of Ireland.
Yeah, when you put it in perspective like that, which is even mad, because kind of touching on that, are you all right?
Yeah,
yeah. I can see you got a bit red.
Oh, I'm all right.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
you sure?
Stop looking.
Surely. Okay. Fuck off then. Can we get a medic? But with regards, again, I know it can sometimes feel a bit uncomfortable to talk about followers like that, but I mean, obviously, over 50 million is fucking mental, and congrats to that because you deserve it.
Thank you.
But how does it make you feel almost knowing that when you do put stuff out, I know it doesn't mean necessarily 15 million people see every video.
Yeah.
But how does it feel that there's a potential that they could see all that?
It's kind of scary. I mean, there was a period where I stopped like just showing any videos where I was ticking. Like it used to be that if I was having a bad tick day, I would talk about it with my followers and share it with people, and then like I just stopped doing that. But I guess when you're being super vulnerable with things like dystonia and seizures and other mobility issues, that is really scary to be really vulnerable. Hello. But like I started talking about stuff like that in like 2018, so it's been quite a long time, and I think eventually I got kind of maybe a bit too used to it. Like sometimes I worry that I'm too comfortable
being so
online.
open.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck. So I get people say to me, "Oh, how do you do it?" And I think a lot of the time I don't actually think about people seeing it, which sounds really
You
silly.
just think about you're talking to your phone, basically.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that's like maybe not.
I think it's quite a normal thing. Over a period of time, you're going to get used to that, aren't you?
Well, I think
Yeah.
you've got to have. I mean, I think it's incredible that you put yourself out there. And I think it's kind of
Shut up,
like your story and a couple of others kind of inspired me to want to put myself out there more. And I think, not saying it's any different from a guy's point of view, but I think for a bloke with Tourette's to be as vulnerable as I tend to try and put myself out there as, it can be difficult. And I think I'm trying to show all, but I'm also not trying to show it as just a fucking highlight reel. Like I want to show how well we're doing, but also I do want to show the side of when it can be shit. But I also don't want it to come across like I'm a fucking victim, because I don't need sympathy, but I'm more putting myself out there if anyone else is also feeling the same.
Lesbian.
I don't think anyone would ever view it as a victim, but that's what I'm saying, why it's such a good thing with the movie, I swear, coming out, and you guys. Like for people like me or Ryan who didn't grow up knowing about Tourette's. You're showing the sad side of it, or not the sad side, but showing the side of it that actually affects you day to day is what more people need to know about.
Yeah, definitely. I think that is the day-to-day stuff, right? And again, for me, it's not just about, when I do a twitchy haircut and it's really fucking funny. That is, I think it's a way I've drawn people in to show what I do. And I like to show people that I am, even though I have Tourette's and it is a real struggle, that I can still crack on with my day job and something that I'm passionate about and actually toot my own trumpet. I'm fucking good at it. So, and that's what I'm just trying to show. But
well, that's the same to you, to be fair. So aside from like Tourette's, because that must happen a lot online where people view you as a person with Tourette's, but aside from like your diagnosis and all these things, you were saying you do art. Do you have any other things that you do business-wise, or like aside from everything else?
Well, I was a gymnast for a long time, and that was like kind of just my personality for so long. And then when I got more unwell, I had to quit. But I would say, like, I mean, a lot of people know me for like my love of animals, and I post a lot about animals. I've got 3 rabbits at home, which are basically like my kids. Hey, but it's like, it's like you're known as like the barber with Tourette's, but you're also like just Josh, like, and I'm just Evie. Like we are people, but it's kind of unfortunate that the Tourette's is so obvious, so maybe people might notice that first. And I often think that sometimes when people see me twitching in public, they probably don't realize that I can have a normal conversation with people like this,
but you are
just
okay.
Be like, no,
you're not like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can imagine having a seizure is a completely different fucking thing.
Yeah,
but like just seeing you maybe struggle, they might think you're struggling, but actually it's just what we have to deal with.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Fuck.
Like, again, like, when I get stuck in, like, a tick or something like that and I can't stop it, and again, sometimes it depends what I'm doing, where I am, who I'm around, whatever, but...
Breasts.
It doesn't mean... Lovely.
Chicken.
I actually have no idea what I was talking about. I don't think I was going anywhere with it, but then, as soon as you said breasts, because it was so clear, breasts just came into my brain. Like a flash. Nipple, right.
I don't know what we're talking about.
So with your art as well, then, what kind of art do you do?
We need to keep us on track because we're just fucking skewing off everywhere.
Mandalas.
Yeah.
I'm a mandala artist. So like your tattoo is very, very
draw
similar.
My next kneecap then. Get that stuck on there.
I do actually I have 2 friends, I think, that have
tattooed
my artwork, but they're from like years ago, so I kind of look at it now and I'm like,
could update
that. We'll get that going.
I mean, they still look nice, don't get me wrong, but like, I think as an artist, when you look at work from years ago, you're like, oh, that's not great.
That's the nice thing about documenting online, though, you can see how much you've improved over the years. The same with barbering, and it's like,
100%. But I mean, God, I think you should definitely do that. Maybe not tattoo it on him. Or maybe you say that you shouldn't do that. But we can definitely have it drawn up, put it on him. And then maybe you could put something.
Why are you getting him into this? This has to be his
tattoo. I'll do it, but you get the same on your knee,
Fine. I'll do something similar, but in his one, there has to be a hidden message.
Josh is looking for a full face mandala.
Yeah. What, like a...
No, like you're a cum.
I was going to say, like, fuck, just in the middle.
Yeah. Well, just leave, the Irish.
Just leave my mark. No. Yeah. Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, no. Put like a 5-leaf clover or something just to wind it right up. Yeah.
Well, you paint as well, though, don't you?
I haven't done as much painting as I'd like to. I've always
nudes.
I've always sketched in that, and again, like I can draw eyes just with my eyes closed. It's just something I've just repetitively done, and that's like why I like that one as well. But
tits.
But yeah, I've always found that's like a good little like release and a break for me. Like especially when I'm feeling really twitchy.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I barely tick when I might have like some in my face, so I get loads in my eyebrows. My eyebrows are like always dancing around.
Right.
So like when I'm drawing, I might be doing stuff with my eyebrows, but I'm not gonna have like big like full body ones. And I think people don't realize that. But I think people also know, like quite commonly, that people with Tourette's or stutters can sing really well. I mean, not all of us, obviously. Hey, but I mean, we can sing without stuttering or ticking.
I was going to go straight to Spandau Ballet then.
Go on then.
No, I'm not going to do it. No, but you know, the first thing that comes, you are God, straight away. Always,
take the stage.
But no, it is true though. I think, yeah.
I feel like that's more common knowledge than some other parts of Tourette's might be. I feel like I see that online quite a bit.
What, the distraction thing?
Yeah, about like singing, because there was like a guy on who went on The Voice with Tourette's a few years ago. I've forgotten his name now. He used to be quite big in the Tourette's community on YouTube, and he went on The Voice and he got through the whole song without ticking, and then the song stopped, and the judges turned around because they pressed their buzzers, and he was like ticking away, and they had no idea. Fuck!
Really?
They had no idea that he had Tourette's because he went the whole song.
It's bizarre how the
Without
brain works,
ticking.
because I do find it fascinating how that works. I've seen it with you before in the past.
Yeah.
You
I
might
love
say.
bald men and their earlobes.
You do. Yeah. And on to the earlobes
Like Tom
again.
Kerridge from last week. Nice to see you, mate. Okay, you popped into my brain, you shitty cunt.
Earlobes. That's funny.
You need your
Fuck
earlobes
off.
I
rated
do love a
extra.
good earlobe. Can I see your lobe? Do you mind? Do you mind just showing me your lobe? This has become the thing. We see earlobes every single
I
day.
didn't know if you were ticking or not.
No, that was me. No, I was just going to say, show me your lobe, because we see ears every single day.
Josh is
It's
trying
not
to.
a weird thing.
Is this a real thing?
Can I be honest? Josh is trying to make this a thing. He wants to. He's trying to make earlobes a thing. It's you're trying to.
Rate my lobe.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
So what makes a nice earlobe?
You've got a nice sweet little earlobe.
Sweet.
For me, I like a nice big earlobe, bit of flesh on there, something to play around with. Do you know what I
Is
mean?
this like a fetish thing?
No, it's not. No, it's not a fetish thing.
That's
It
how it comes
really
across, though, doesn't
sounds
it?
like
Yeah.
it.
Because you look very scared. Then. Look the way. It's not like that.
So like,
It's more just appreciation. Because we cut people's hair, so we're standing above people's heads all the time. So everyone's got different ears. That's all I'm talking about. I'd give yours, if you want a rating, I'd give them a solid 7.5.
I didn't ask for that, but thanks.
Well, now you've got it.
7.5.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be
I
better.
didn't, yeah, well, maybe you've got to work on it.
Do the piercings add any extra?
They maybe do. Okay, we'll bring up to an 8.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. All right.
I'll take it.
Right, cool.
You're a bizarre person, you are.
I'm going to keep...
Do you do this with every guest that you
No,
have?
only
on?
started
only
last week and,
but
like,
it's going to become a... You wait till I check out Ryan's when he takes those headphones off. Show me
I
him.
want to see
You've
Ryan.
never
Just show me the ear. Just show me your ear. Oh, that's meaty. That's a meaty lobe.
Dear Lord.
Anyway, sorry. For people listening, Ryan, our cameraman, has a very meaty lobe.
Penis. Oh no.
He's got a meaty penis too.
Stop.
We are trying
We need to move on.
Yeah, I was going to say,
ASAP.
so,
Yes,
Stop.
Quailan.
so with, because obviously, sorry, my head has gone now.
Fuck country.
What is, because obviously we've talked a lot about like different ticks, things. What's the funniest situation that your Tourette has put you in your life? To both of you guys, or like say a funny moment that you can remember.
Have you got something off the bat? Do you want me to go first? 'Cause I've
I
got a
did have
recent
one, but I've forgotten it, so you can go. Fucking
Okay.
cunt.
I had one the other day, and there's a lot of funny situations that
Wah,
have come
wah,
from
wah.
being at Lucy's family home at the dinner table.
Oh God.
So I've got like my father-in-law, Paul, and Tracy, my mother-in-law, and usually either both or one of both their brothers. And this was only like 2 Sundays ago. My tics were really bad, and they'd like really amped up throughout the course of this dinner. We got to dessert. I can't even remember some of the tics that had already happened by this point, but because they're so good and I'm so comfortable, I think my tics were just extremely bad that day.
Beans.
But I'm very comfortable there. But my mother-in-law was handing out dessert, which was, I think it was chocolate covered strawberries. And Lucy's mum, Tracy, had chocolate on her fingers.
Fuck the cunt.
And I might have looked her straight in the eye and said, Tracy, let me suck those fingers clean. I didn't want to say that to my future mother-in-law. She took it like a trooper.
Hello, David.
And I didn't actually get to suck them. But it's just, sorry, Paul.
Thank God.
But
Yeah.
that, for me, that was a really funny situation. I felt really embarrassed at the time, but it was really funny. And I can look back at it, even only a couple of weeks ago, and think, it was fucking funny.
Yeah. That's...
And yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was something. That was
that's
literally 2 weeks
good.
ago. Because I can't go that far back. I can't fucking remember all my tics.
I don't know if I can top that.
I sometimes like to ask a panel of people that I know, because then they'll have their own aspects, or they'll have their own perspective of funny tics. But
Yeah, that's good.
Mm.
Fuck. There's a few,
7.5.
but one of them that was we went up to an 8.
8.
That 0.5 makes a big difference
Say it.
to my ego. Fuck off.
Just tell us your story.
All right. So there was a couple that came to mind.
Right.
One of them was Tourette's camp. Hello, fuckers. In 2021, I think.
Special camp. Where the windows taste great. Oh. Everyone in the room is crying. I'm so sorry. Even Evie's mum behind the camera cannot keep it together.
Jesus.
Oh,
That's
man.
definitely staying in. We're allowed. We're allowed. Sorry. Tourette's camp.
Tourette's camp 2021. This isn't going to be that funny after all that. Your tick was funnier than my
Your
story.
tits are funny. Sorry.
Thank you.
Not funny, ha ha.
So there was like 40 of us with Tourette's in one room. Cut chicken.
Chaos.
Yeah. And I have a tick where I say my own name. Wee. And it's usually kind of like, well, at the time it was Evie, what you doing? All the time.
Right.
And I would like say it to myself over and over again.
That sounds like the name of a really good song.
Really?
Evie, what you doing? I'm on an inch today.
And that was a big one for me at the time. Like I was saying it all the time. And I managed to spread it around at Tourette's camp. So we were having this like seminar, I think. Yeah. Bitch. We were having like this seminar where a kind of like neurologist person comes in to talk to us all about Tourette's as if we don't know enough about it.
You know what I mean? No, the expert. I'm saying expert because we get told about our own fucking condition. Anyway, please, sorry, I'm ruining your story.
I mean, so we were at this like seminar and like Evie, what you doing was just echoing from all different corners of the room, and this was like 5 years ago now. And I still get the odd person say to me, you know, every now and then I still say, Evie, what you doing?
Really?
5 years later. And it was just from every corner of the room. And it was really funny because I made a video of it that went quite viral and you could just like hear it in the distance. Different people saying it. Yeah, it was great.
I feel like that's the tattoo you should get.
Wow.
Evie, what you doing? Yeah. That would be quite a good
It does creep me out though. Like even now, I don't say Evie, what you doing anymore, but it's just like Evie. And really, like imagine if you had a tick where you're like, Josh.
See, I think I could probably say I don't think I've ever ticked my own name. But I can't be 100%, but I'm like 95.
I don't know where it's come from, but funny. I don't like it.
I sometimes do get names in my head. Like I said to her, David Seaman was living in my head for a good 18 months rent-free.
Yeah, you were obsessed with David Seaman for a while, yeah.
Seaman!
But I started to realise all over your face why David Seaman's name was in my head. And I think obviously it is the second name.
Tits!
But I think it was also, and I was like, but why David Seaman of all people, right? And I was like, where's that come from? Then I came to the conclusion that my older cousin, who I don't see that often, but when he was a kid, I was a bit obsessed with him being my older cousin, and his room was dedicated to Arsenal. That was firm.
Sorry. Thank you.
Good punch. But I realised that my cousin had all these pictures and basically a shrine to David Seaman. So I think that must be where it came from, but that was unlocked. Like we're talking like 25 years later.
That's crazy how it sits in your subconscious for that long then, isn't it?
It's, because maybe 23 years, but like we are talking that I reckon that has been at the back of my brain all that time. Now it's just come out.
And it pops out that
all
way.
over her face.
I blurted out semen at my therapist the other week.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he have to say about that?
Well, he tried to just ignore it, but then I started giggling, so he did as well.
Yeah.
He's got a good like sense of humour, so I wasn't really.
I think you have
but
to.
He's Irish, so he said something in an Irish accent, and it sounded like semen. So then my Tourette's was like semen.
Pretty Seamus.
But going back to what you said before, I've always thought that for people with Tourette's, this is how I look at it anyway, that we have like, it's gonna sound really stupid, in our brains like a filing cabinet with all our old ticks in.
Yep.
Tits, and I can find that literally like years down the line, a tick from like 7 years ago could just randomly blurt out, and I fully believe that they're all like stored away somewhere.
Do you know what I reckon it's like? Did you ever watch Bruce Almighty?
Yes.
A little bit like, you know, when he pulls out the filing cabinet. I reckon it's something like that. There's nothing behind it, but it's about 2 miles long. That's exactly what it is. Because I genuinely feel like I'm not the brightest. I was going to start doing Elvis then.
I didn't give you a chance.
When to become one. These are an issue. We never worried about this before. This has become problematic. What's the question? I'd often think that I'm not the brightest person.
No. Wankers.
But my brain obviously has a lot more capability that I am aware of. Because again, like we're talking about holding in that information. And there's things that come up. I'm like, how the fuck is it? And also the association game. My Tourette's is so quick at like hearing. I hear something. I'm not even thinking about a response. My tics have said something that is not only funny but relevant to that conversation.
Yeah, my mum says that my tics are really quick.
Like,
chicken.
Funnier than
you always say that. You say my Tourette's is funnier than me. That's what you always say. You
and I'm
always
fucking
say.
funny, so they must be good.
Yeah,
Do you
you're
know what I mean?
fucking funny.
That was sarcastic.
No, it wasn't.
It definitely was.
I meant it. Cunt chicken.
Cunt chicken. Chicken cunt.
Cunt
Ooh,
chicken.
ever seen a chicken's cunt?
Not personally, no.
When I came from it.
I'm
Right.
vegetarian though, so
Aren't you veggie?
yeah.
Are you?
Josh has a vendetta against vegetarians. I used to get a lot of stick for that.
Are you vegetarian?
I grew up in a vegetarian household, and
He
I was
raised
vegetarian.
veggie.
And then you get a lot of stick off people like him. It's kind of crack.
Fuck 'em.
Yep.
Don't know if I want to go for a meal with you after this then.
Yeah, true. Actually,
Oh, okay. I've got a question for
Your
you,
mum's a
and it's
cunt.
coming from me because, and again, if it's something that you don't want to answer, we don't have to leave it in. But do you think you've ever met anyone with Tourette's that actually hasn't got Tourette's?
Fuck.
that's good.
Oh, that side up. Right, that's the clip.
That's good.
Have you met anyone else with Tourette's that don't think's got Tourette's?
That's good.
How did you know?
Oh god, sorry.
Fuck you and your mum.
mm,
You can walk home.
I genuinely don't know. Why have you? Fuck the kids.
Obviously, you'll never know.
No.
100%. But
Big old titties.
and I'm not lovely. I'm not saying this is just my opinion, right? And that isn't. I meet a lot of people with Tourette's now because of the online stuff, and obviously people come to my barbershop. I
I'm a chicky wee cunt.
tend to feel. I get the sense of someone when they've got Tourette's.
Yeah.
Like almost. Like even if they just walked in, we almost trigger each other straight away. And I'm not saying. I feel like we kind of had that. As soon as I picked you up, I got a bit more twitchy. As soon as I was fine in the car when I picked you up, and that's not no.
Sorry about that.
It's not your fucking fault. But I'm just saying, I really don't mean that in a way of like, oh, it's your fault. But I just
No,
mean as
no, I know, I get it.
because we've both got Tourette's. There is this weird thing that like you both set each other off.
Yeah. Fuck.
I have met people that don't set me off that claim they have Tourette's.
High five me, man, boobs.
Thanks, tits.
I hope man boob 6.
It's because you're doing this with your hands, so it's
I
like
know,
right
I'm
there.
very
Fuck off.
Italian with my hands.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Gay. Sorry, my hands are a bit clammy as well.
That's fine.
Did you notice?
I did. I thought you'd washed them. What's that? But that's what I'm trying to get at. Is the fact that I can't say for sure that they don't have Tourette's. But
Bitch.
I've met so many people where I have that feeling instantly.
Yeah.
But there's some people that I haven't.
I think I have once actually. Now that I think of some, but I don't think I can talk about it.
No, that's absolutely fine. And I respect that. I wasn't
Is-
trying to call you out with it.
Is that quite a big thing online
think
though?
I have-
People faking.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, not so much these days. I feel like it's calmed down.
I think it has, and I don't think you'll know. There's a few that straight off the bat. Was it Ticks and Roses? She was a big one online, and like I think. I don't know how it came out that she ended up. Well, actually, I do. I saw a video the other day about it. She put herself out there, out of the blue, and she became quite big. But then it was all a little bit. Her tics were a limit to.
Do you recognise that?
Breakfast.
Do you know what it's from?
Yeah.
I never meet people who know what it's
What's it from?
Breakfast. You ever seen the video?
No. I know it. Right. I know I do now. It's been explained.
Hankers.
But what were we talking about? Then? I've lost my train of thought.
Ticks and
People online
there's
impersonating or like pretending.
She was a big one who said that she.
Sorry.
Got any handy?
Chicken.
But she came out and
Gay.
her tics were like too. I don't know how else to say it, but they were like too perfect. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they were too. They were like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it. It was too. There was. Sorry to anyone who saw my hairline then. But
That's worse than the hairline. Don't worry.
You look great, Josh. No.
Oh, that's not the first time you trolled.
No. We actually do give Queen on a slap at the end of every episode as well.
I'm
So
fine
that's
with
just
that.
good for you to know. That was quick. But so anyway, but basically it came out, I think people started to question her online, and then actually weirdly enough her sister posted that she's never been diagnosed from a sister. But I think and there was that Alpha Bar, whatever her name is.
Was it Scarlett Moffat? Scarlett Moffat. She got in trouble, didn't she, a few years ago for doing something?
She made a really fucking stupid comment on a documentary she did. Actually, Jodie and Nicole Dyer were on it.
Yeah, I was invited on it.
Oh, really?
I refused.
Yeah, I'm not really. Yeah, I'm not saying that you shouldn't or should not gone on it.
Yeah.
I don't actually have any recollection of that. I've only watched it once to kind of see.
Nice feet.
But she'd made a comment about that she had tics, and that she didn't want to get too close to
in case
she caught it. That set us back in the Tourette's community, because then people, honestly, I'm not saying people are stupid. No one is, but unfortunately, people do take things at face value, and it's like, but of course you can't catch it.
Yeah, someone that I'm mutuals with after that actually got a text from someone at work where she works saying, "Hi, like, I don't mean to be rude, but I saw the Channel 4 documentary and I'm a bit worried about coming into work now. Am I going to catch your tics?"
Are you joking?
No,
wow,
someone that I was
shocking.
mutuals with. And so obviously she sent a message back saying, like, this is absolutely disgraceful. No, you're obviously not going to catch my Tourette's. Cunt chicken. But it just shows that Evie... what the media puts out there. That was my take that I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah. Hey, cunt.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking about electric vehicles.
What?
Evie.
Oh, the cars, right. Hello. What was I saying? But it just shows that what the media puts out there does actually have an effect, and people do believe it.
People believe anything. That's the issue. It's...
Yeah, cunt.
I haven't even got an example of something that's outrageous that people believe, but
Santa.
There is so many things like that. Sorry, kids. Santa is real. Bitch. This is a kids' podcast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Fuck the kids.
That was cool.
Plus, I've been saying that the whole time.
To the kids.
F the kids. I've been saying that the whole episode, I think.
Half the time it's true.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Santa was so good. That was that kind of opened it up to me. Oh, go on, Grill.
I'm sorry, my head's I'm getting back to it.
What were we saying?
What were we talking about? Media and how they can portray things in a certain way and make people believe. But that goes in so many different directions in life, which is back to it again, why people spreading awareness for like with Tourette's or other conditions.
Well, of course. And I think actually this comes back to the topic of like, I'm so glad this is why we're doing it, because Tourette's Awareness Month is between May 15th to June 15th.
Yeah.
And we're slap bang in the middle right now. What day is it today? It's the 31st, isn't it?
Do you guys do a lot of work with Tourette's Awareness?
Gay. Well, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. I think we kind of we unofficially do it ourselves, because I've done a lot of work with Tourette's Action, and Tourette's Action is the leading UK charity for Tourette's, so there's a great charity, and have you done stuff with them as well?
Well, I went to their Tourette's camps, that was Tourette's Action, so fuck the kids.
Because I know I did a campaign with them last year, maybe the year before. Not to say that I wouldn't do it again, 100% I'd do it again if we work together, but I think you and I probably have done it, we do it more on our own, in our own way now.
Yeah.
And again, I think we just try and put ourselves out there to... I often think about the younger kids. I think about the teenagers that are going through the tough time of dealing with Tourette's and also dealing with a tough time of life, like teenage... Fuck you, nonce. Dealing with like things of that age anyway, whether it be puberty or relationships and all that sort of... Yep, a big problem for some. But, it can be difficult at the best of times, let alone dealing with Tourette's on top of that. I'm worried about you, Colin. So...
Gay boy.
What I'm trying to say is I do it to help
other people,
to help other people that are going through it. And adults as well, but especially the kids.
Well, that's another thing. I know you bump into a lot of people who you've helped over the years because they come into the shop now, but do you have that often where you meet people now that you've helped who also struggle with similar things?
Yeah, I get people who say to me quite a lot. Actually, I was telling you we were just on holiday a couple of weeks ago down by the coast. We went to grab a bite to eat somewhere, and this woman came over me. Fuck off! She came over to us when we were at the table and said, "I know this is really weird, but hello." And she recognised me, and she said that there was a mum at a baby group. Was it mum? Like a baby group who had been diagnosed with Tourette's, and they were literally just talking about me a few days before. And this was like somewhere that we'd never been before. It was like totally random, totally random chance meeting. But like it's really cool to know that you're helping people and having like no idea about it, people that you've never met, and like making a difference to some.
That's the best bit about it, I think.
Yeah. Fuck.
Well, that's the beauty
it was really
of it,
cool. And that happens quite a lot, even if it's not in person. Get DMs quite a lot. I'm sure that you're
definitely. It's hard because there's some situations that
there's a
especially when they're really young, like say the kid, like I often get parents messaging me, which I completely appreciate. But when they're talking about like their kid that's maybe 10 or a little bit under, that's got diagnosed with Tourette's, I'm not saying I can't give him advice, but obviously I never even had Tourette's that young. So
No, me neither.
I find it difficult to like give him a good solid piece of advice if I haven't dealt with it myself. I think the way I want to end this on a more of a high note, or it doesn't have to be funny, but what's one of your best interactions with someone in public who's come and said hello? Because we spoke about this just before. I don't know if you had any other good ones.
Beat.
Stuck on the spot.
I'll put you on the spot now. I've got one off the bat because I told it to you before.
Can you remember any, Mum? Not
Everyone's getting put on the spot.
Not from like, I've had a good interaction with someone that was genuinely really good because of a tick that I had, but it wasn't someone who knew me.
Oh, right, like you had to explain and then they...
Yeah, right, and we just got on really well. And it was actually because I'd scared the life out of him. Right. Hello! I was in London at one of my appointments and I came out the clinic and we were waiting for an Uber. Hey! And this guy came out the clinic and I turned around and went, "Buh!" right in his face. Cunt chicken. Because with my Tourette's, it really attaches onto B words, like with the lips. I don't know if your tics, hello, cling on to certain sensations. So like, because for me, it's in my lips. But it's like...
I don't know. Now you said that, I don't know.
It's like a really big sensory thing for me. So like breakfast, hello, loads of different B words.
Bums.
So, thank you. So like at the time, going "but" was a really big thing for me. And I just happened to turn around and do it really loud right in this guy's face. Hello, fuckers. And like he jumped an absolute mile. Really? But he carried on walking and he was waiting for an Uber a bit further down. And I turned to my mum and I was like, I've got to say something. Like, I can't just leave it at that. Yeah. So I went over and I was like, I'm really sorry I scared you. I have Tourette's, like I didn't mean to. Hello, fuckers. And we actually just had a really nice conversation. And it was just really, really nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hey, fuck.
That's a nice one.
That is lovely. And I think you do, yeah. I mean, I think straight away, it's easier for me to recall bad situations than it is good, which I hate saying that, but it is true. But
bitch.
I remember once there was an unfortunate time where I'd made a bit of a fool of myself out of my friends, and I got left by my friends in London, and for good reason. They made the right call, but I was actually then on the train.
Fuck off, Mum.
With like a bag of 5 Big Mac meals, and I dropped all the drinks. The drinks were gone. I'd lost the majority of the chips, but I had 3 Big Mac burgers, and I was very twitchy, and I had to get on the tube and then change. Obviously, if it wasn't already clear, I had a couple of drinks that night.
Woohoo!
And my tics went really mad. I think because a little bit I'd been left on my own, and I was trying to give out the burgers because I thought I can't eat. I'll take 3 of them on, but I can't eat all 5. So
fuck off, Mum.
I was trying to give them out, and then obviously I do get it. A random person on the tube giving out food from a bag that you have no idea where it's come from. You're not going to take it. But there was a bit like I sat next to this youngish couple. They were probably younger than me at the time. It's the man boobs, like that's like my nickname.
I like that.
And I was talking to this couple and I went, I know this sounds really weird. I'm a genuine person. I have Tourette's, by the way, but would you like a Big Mac? And he went, yeah, I'll have a Big Mac. And we sat there and we ate a burger together. And I went, I know this is really weird. I said, and I told him my story of the night, which I'm not going to go into now, and I explained about my Tourette's, and he just made me feel so much more comfortable because I wasn't in a really anxious position.
Hello.
And I'm glad he accepted my burger and we had a good chat.
Well, that's so nice.
Nice.
So if you ever remember doing that, mate, just thanks.
That is beautiful.
That's really sweet. Yeah. Fuck off, Mum.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I think this is where we should think about wrapping up, don't you? Honestly, Evie, I just want to say, 1, appreciate you coming down to do this. 2, it's been a fucking great show. I hope Caolan's enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been great to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
I've had queef before.
Queef
I've been calling you queef without you even knowing for a while.
Have you?
Fuck off. Well, I say a while. Just
he makes the girls queef.
Earlier today. Fuck off.
I have had it quite often in my life. I've had worse, but we won't get into that now. I'm not going to enjoy
Yeah.
But I really appreciate you coming down. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. And I appreciate you.
I don't want to get cringy, but before we finish, cunt chicken. No, don't need to say, oh God. I was just going to say thank you because, hello, just last week, my Tourette's was really bad and I was really struggling. And like, you know those days where you get like really down in the dumps and you're like, I don't want to have Tourette's anymore. Like, just really, really sorry for yourself. I've been having quite a few of those days lately. So like when I found out I was coming here, I was like really looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm chuffed to hear that.
Really lifted me up.
Yeah.
It's always good to be around someone else with Tourette's, I think. Because I don't have anyone near me. A lot of people down south. And my lovely friend Saren, I don't get to see her very often.
Otter Pockets?
Exactly.
I love that bitch.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She is a beautiful human being.
Yeah, she is. So I was really looking forward to this.
I'm so glad to
being around someone like me, I think you need to be around people more that are
and
like
I think that
you.
is definitely important. And I do get what you're saying, that it's not always possible to be around people, but that's why I encourage people to try and come to my shop, not just for the business, but actually to meet other people that do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what we need.
I appreciate it. Actually, the one last question I will ask is,
all right, fuckers.
If you could take a pill tomorrow to take your Tourette's away, would you take it?
Depends what day you ask me on.
This is true, but let's say an average day.
I made a video about this years ago and I said no, absolutely not. But
there's no right answer, but I'd say your answer is right, because I've said no, because I believe that it's made me who I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think the same. I think my confidence, because I have Tourette's, has gotten so much higher. Like, hello. Like, you probably won't believe this, but when I was in college, I was actually mute. Fuck off. I was mute for like nearly 2 years.
But your mum still wishes.
Probably sometimes, yeah. Hello.
Just a remote wouldn't be a bad thing every so often, would it? Just fucking shut it off.
But like when my Tourette's got way more vocal, it literally pushed me out of myself. Yeah. Hello. And so I think the way that I can talk to people that I haven't met now so easily is because of my Tourette. So I'm very grateful for that. So maybe no, but then sometimes I'm like, yeah, get rid of it right now. Yeah. Hello. But also I wouldn't have met you or Saren or all these other people if I didn't have Tourette. So
no, I respect that.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
And that wasn't a man boobs one.
That wasn't man boobs. I'll take it.
But you are a man boobs from this day forward.
Thank you. Stay tuned for next week. I keep looking at you.
Hello, fuckers.
Bye, fuckers.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep.